the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show. It's the Analyst Desk. Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show where every day feels like game day, bro. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Welcome, bros.
Bruh.
Welcome back to another episode of the Analyst Desk.
Yeah, motherfucker. Sure. Hi.
Whoa, Dad.
Oh, I caught myself.
What did you say, Dan? Or were we?
Yeah, whoa. Then I caught myself.
Home run. Welcome back to another episode. How's it going, Dennis? Always good to see you at the desk. Fortunately, you post those kind of emojis, they just come up as nothing. So, but I see you're saying real talk, and I agree. It is real talk here at the Analyst Desk, at the Analyst Desk. Well, welcome. We got a lot to talk about here. The Montreal Canadiens barely hit double digits in shots, but they come away with a victory. Toronto Raptors' third quarter disaster causes them to be eliminated from the playoffs. And one of the craziest game one, round two games I've seen in my entire life. But let's give Lane Dashing Dashko the floor as he wants to kick us off like he is Brett Lothar. So I hope he doesn't hurt his back.
Well, I do have a gas or ass.
Let's go!
OMG.
Home run!
Gas or ass, is it time to get rid of the term getting goalied? Because the last time I checked, the goalie is a part of the team. Whether you like it or not, he wears the same sweater as everybody else. So is it time to get rid of the term, oh, this team got goalied, that team got goalied? You still lost, whether it was the goalie, whether it was this or that. You didn't win the game. You didn't beat you didn't beat the Montreal Canadiens. It's not just because of Jacob Dobes. Yeah, he was a big part of it. But how come when Cole Caulfield scores 5 goals, you got Cole Caulfield tonight. You got beat by Montreal. How come is it when the goalie actually does his job, the job he's paid to do, everyone just goes, well, we got goalie.
I can explain this. This, Lane. I'm going to say ass. And the reason being is a goaltender, I feel, can single-handedly win a game more than one forward can or one defenseman. Like, for example, Connor McDavid can play phenomenal, but he's not out there for the whole game. The goalie's out there for the whole game. No, he's not. He's not out there for 60 minutes. Jacob Dobes, sorry, was out there for the whole game, obviously. And yeah, Tampa Bay outplayed Montreal, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they won, and the big part was Jacob Dobes. So for me, I'm going to say ass just because I feel you can also – there's been games where I've watched, and I'm like, okay, Nathan McKinnon just took that game over.
I'm going to say gas on Lane's comment. Very surprised Jacob went ass. I'm going to say gas because I think the goalie is a part of the team, and I think we should get rid of this term. In fact, Jacob and I were just talking about this during the game, and it's like, yeah, I think it's an old term, and it's got to go. You win as a team, you lose as a team. That's like what Dennis just said, and I totally agree. So I'm going to say gas on Lane's comment. Dave is saying gas with us too.
What do you think, Adam?
Well, I would like to thank Lane and Dan for both stating the obvious fact that a goalie is a part of the team.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you, captains.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for saying the obvious, but no, you don't. I'm going to go ass. I'm going to agree with Jacob. It's okay. It's the reason people say goaltend is that when your team dominates the way that Tampa does, but I'm not going to come on here and say that I thought Montreal as a team played very well because they got dominated. Let's not act like Montreal didn't get dominated tonight. In this game, Tampa Bay played phenomenally all game long. And it's just an absolutely phenomenal game from Dobes. I think Dobes goalied Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay should have been up 5-0. Tampa Bay should have won that game rather easily the way they had dominated a lot of the play, especially in that second period. Dobis is the actual reason Montreal won tonight. And there we got two, because as the old saying goes, you got to be lucky to be good, and you got to be good to be lucky.
My favorite
and,
saying.
Dobis was good, and Montreal got lucky because of it. And because if Dobis doesn't play the way they do, Montreal gets buried in that game. But Montreal got 2 lucky bounces, and they now win. So
I want to say too quickly, I want to thank all the loyal viewers that have been commenting and liking and sharing the show. It's helping growing the algorithm huge. So thank you so much. And if you're new to the show, please subscribe to the channel as it helps us build our algorithm.
Subscribe to our channel.
We're trying to hit 200. We're getting closer and closer every day. So thank you so much, everyone. Let's go.
I do want to say though, about, and absolutely, Dan, always make sure you do subscribe to the channel. But I do want to say too, Dobis played very, very well. But I do want to give some flowers to Montreal's defense. I thought they did a pretty good job at limiting a lot of high quality chances. I mean, Tampa certainly had some of their high quality chances. I'm not denying it. But considering the amount of play that was in the Montreal end, I thought they did a pretty decent job at limiting chances. And I'm sorry, but Vasilevskiy has to be better. That second goal can't go in. There's no ifs or buts about it. That second goal cannot go in. And
I don't even know how it went. And that was
I
crazy.
think the Tampa Bay Lightning, I truly believe the end of this early 2020s era is gone.
Wow.
And I think Tampa, you will see a very, very different team. Kucherov.
Jacob, that era ended 2 years ago.
In 7 games, Kucherov has 0 points. I would like to point out, if that was Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner, you would never hear the damn end of it, because of Nikita Kucherov, nobody cares.
I care.
Look, maybe Kucherov needs to get out of Tampa. Something has to give if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning, because this is an embarrassment. 4 straight years of first-round exits if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning. Your fans don't even show up. Like, you didn't even have a sellout for a Game 7. Like, something is, they can't sell out their arena unless Canadians actually want to cross the border. So, no, something has to give in Tampa. And mediocrity is not good enough. Whether it's John Cooper is getting fired, you're moving on from Vasilevskiy, you're moving on from Kucherov, you're bringing in someone who can stay healthy because Victor Hedman clearly needs to retire. I don't know, but something in Tampa
has to
give.
Wait, so Jacob, so you're saying that Tampa needs to go into a rebuild? Is that what you're saying?
Retool.
That's basically what you're saying. If you're saying because if Vasilevskiy leaves, that's not a retool, that's a rebuild.
Depending on what you get for him, it's a
you're
retool.
Done. You're not. It's I don't think it's as easy as saying it's going to be a retool for them. This is. I'm not going to blame John Cooper for this, because I felt like it doesn't have a lot to do with coaching. I think it has more to do with how the team just went out there and played. Like, the way that team played tonight was like, you got to take your chances at the end of the day. And Dobis played phenomenally. And I think at times Tampa Bay made it really easy for Montreal to skate by, it seemed. Like, that first goal was so unfortunate. And then the second goal was just an unlucky bounce again. But yeah, you might want to keep it out, but it was such an unlucky bounce as well. Like,
imagine the team's got to be damn close. That's a great comment. Yeah. Haven't been the same.
Team's got to be a lot better.
I don't know. I just think, I don't know if Tampa's going into a necessary rebuild. It's hard to say to rebuild a team that had 106 points, but 4 straight first-round exits.
First time in a while we haven't seen Corey Perry in a playoff final.
It's the first time since the 2020 playoffs that we're not going to see a team from Florida make it to the Cup Finals this year.
That's true.
Like, we're seeing a change. We're seeing a change in the guard. No, I agree. Good. And yeah, after this comment, absolutely. Dobis. We will see if he can continue it. But in the first round, he played very well.
It's time to say he is
very, very well in this first round. I mean, Buffalo, I think you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I think Buffalo is going to be even harder to beat than Tampa was. They're big. They're fast. Dan, here, before you go, I'm sorry, Montreal struggled slowing down Brandon Hagel. What happens now when Tage Thompson comes flying down the ice? This Buffalo team made Boston look tiny. They made Boston look like a bunch of crying little babies. And Look, I think Montreal can beat Buffalo, but I've already seen all over social media that Montreal's going to the Stanley Cup Finals because they beat Tampa, and I'm going to say slow your roll if you're a Habs fan. You still got to get by Buffalo, who just took down Boston in 6. They're a very good team, and if Alex Lyon can do what Dobas is doing as an inexperienced netminder coming up big, it's going to be a series. But go ahead, Dan.
I think Montreal is going to beat Buffalo. I really
One challenge
do.
at a time. I agree.
Buffalo steamrolled Boston, but Boston was a wild card.
Yeah.
Dan's Harold maybe can get a bite soon. Yeah. I mean, Boston was a wild card team. And Buffalo, unfortunately, doesn't have the playoff experience, and Tate Thompson and those type of guys. And the guy they got on trade deadline that have the experience, like Luke Sin and Tanner Person, for whatever reason, we're not playing. So I don't think Buffalo has the experience, especially in the Montreal crowd. Like TD Gardens is a good arena, but it does not compare to the Bell Center.
Yes, it does.
I mean, if they had a sellout tonight of people watching the screen, like watching on the Jumbotron, right? Watching Game 7 on Jumbotron, like they're that loyal of a fan. I mean, you would think Game 7 was in Montreal if you saw both, Like, I really think maybe I'll take from 7, but I think Montreal is going to beat this series, and it might be quicker than 7.
JB Power, just to answer this, so what they deem as a sellout, just so everyone knows, is not a sellout. A sellout is deemed as if there are no pairs of tickets left side by side. And also, they go by tickets sold, not tickets scanned. That's all I'm saying. It's interesting that Google said it's 461 straight sellouts. I can't believe it. I have a good crowd. It did not look like a sellout again tonight. But and welcome back, Voodoo Pork Chop. Montreal got 2 lucky bounces. Played perfect away game. 12 to go when Montreal beats the Sabres. They'll have lucky bounces. Look, I can't say they played a perfect
Voodoo Pork
game,
Chop.
barely hitting double digits in shots though. Voodoo, I'm not trying to be a jerk.
So what would you call a shot that gets tipped, hits off a defenseman, and goes into the net is? What would you call that? Would you call that like perfection? Would you call that like the perfect tip? That was such a lucky bounce for them. They got lucky on that shot. The first one, the weird bounce off the boards, and it was a very weird. The second goal was a little bit weird, but Vasi has to get to that post quicker. But very weird game to see. But that was not a perfect game from Montreal to say it. Dobish played a perfect game.
Montreal had 9 shots on net. They were out.
They got lucky. 9 times out of 10, they get blown out. 9 times out of 10, they get blown out. In that kind of
win's a win. I want to state that. A win's a win, and Montreal should be very happy about that win. But at the same time, I think that's tape you're going to want to throw out and hope that you never have to look at it again, because it's a pretty ugly way to win a game.
It wasn't the most entertaining Game 7, but it definitely got done. So congrats to Montreal.
I'm not saying they lost, guys. I'm saying, like, to say that's a perfect game, I'm not trying to be a jerk. It's just not true. You cannot say a perfect game is.
You can argue it's a perfect road game.
Dan, that's not
a perfect road game though. They won at the end of the day, so they got what they wanted. But you can't have 9 shots and call that a perfect game.
You gotta be good to be lucky and lucky to be good, right?
No, Dan. But you can't let's say they do this again. Let's say they do it again. This does it, and they do it on the road in Buffalo. There is no way this happens again. They got lucky tonight, which is good that they got lucky. They got lucky, but you can't expect this. You can't expect this. I said this after Buffalo's game 1. You can't expect to play the same way again and continue to win. They learned their lesson pretty quickly. And they won the series. Montreal can't continue to play this style and expect to beat Buffalo, because Buffalo are a very good hockey team. It's going to be a tough battle for them. But
thank you, Johnny.
Like, either way, I see the winner of the East out of the Atlantic, whether it's Tampa, whether it's Montreal or Buffalo. The winner of the East is probably going to come out of the Atlantic, unless Carolina continues to play the way that they've been playing, in which it might just be Carolina.
And I do want to state, like, I'm not criticizing Montreal for winning tonight. They won the game. Dobas played phenomenal. They made a lot of good defensive plays.
We're criticizing that it was a perfect game, is what we're doing.
At the end of the day, I mean, realistically, it probably should have been 3-1. I don't know how the heck Hagel makes that play so it doesn't go in the net. That was just insane. I love Brandon Hagel. That guy's a dog.
Oh, yeah.
But I do agree with Adam. If you play games like that against Buffalo with a lot more offensive talent, you're going to struggle. However, I don't think Buffalo is going to be able to shut down Montreal's offensive talent the same way as Tampa could, because it's just not there.
Whoa, Kucherov's one of the top MVP players in the league. Corey Perry is a veteran guy. It's like more offensive talent, Buffalo? Okay.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yes, there is, Dan. That's just Dan, it's a statistical fact.
Okay, buddy.
It's nothing to do with okay, buddy. It's a statistical fact, dude. Like you're thinking of Tampa in 2020 and 2021 and 2022. You're not thinking of Tampa in 2025, 2026.
Kucherov had like 120 points again this year.
I don't understand how you think I'm hating Montreal, Voodoo Pork Chop. Not trying to be difficult, but
whatever.
If the Leafs won a game getting 9 shots on net, I'd be ripping them a new butthole as well. And I don't even think I'm even ripping them.
And we did when they had a poor performance.
Now I gotta change my lights, fun fish.
Like, you could be as mad as you want about how we're talking about the game, but actually Montreal did play a perfect game.
You gotta give a shout out to Alex Newhook too for getting that second goal. That was a sweet goal. It's fully on net. You know, Alex Newhook got that goal. I was like, let's. Yeah,
even Marner has more points in Game 7 than Kucherov.
I don't want to see below Lane.
Let that sink
in. I know it's after dark, but
I want to see a beautiful face, not down there.
Dan and Lane. I want to point this out to you guys. Do you know who has more points in a Game 7 than Kucherov? Mitch Marner does. Mitch Marner has more points in a Game 7 than.
Well, you know what? And it's something. And Adam, to piggyback off what you were saying, if this was Matthews, Marner, or Nylander of this statistic, you would never hear the end of it. Because it's Kucherov, no one really talked about it until tonight when it's starting to now rumble on social media. And I have a post on our socials about it. Is it time to start putting Kucherov in that same pile as McDavid and Matthews, who get criticized in do-or-die games not contributing? And this was a do-or-die game, and Kucherov was completely invisible. Just like Lane's face, completely invisible. Oh, dance, Dan. Oh, no. And fun fish. Not criticizing Montreal for getting the victory.
If you call that the plan, then that's a bad plan.
You will need to make adjustments against the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Like, stuff like that stat is like crazy.
Adam, apparently you got a Ontario figure wants you dance as well, but I don't think Adam's going to dance.
I'm not going to dance.
Why not?
Like 0 shots in
dance
the second
with
period.
Me.
Dan, I'm trying to say something and you're interrupting me.
I'm trying to dance, bro. Want to dance with me? Come on.
Shut up and let me talk then. Dance then. Let me talk then.
Want you to dance with me?
You can't.
You can dance and talk at the same time.
Dan, Jacob, can you mute Dan so I can talk without getting interrupted? Your brother. But like, fun fish. I like your dancing, Dan, though, but I'm not going to dance on here with you. But like second period with 0 shots.
There now it's blue. Are you happy?
Is brutal. Like, Montreal needs to be needs better offense. Like, Montreal needs to get the offense going. Like, they played good defense in that second period. I won't take anything away from how well they defensively shut down Tampa Bay for most of that period. But you can't have that be the plan for the next series. You can't continue to think that that's going to be the way you're going to win games. But phenomenal performance from Dobish. I love it. Caulfield needs to be a lot better.
Kucherov does have Stanley Cups. I'm just saying it's a fair statement to say in Game 7 Kucherov has not showed up yet.
We're good.
Actually, he hasn't showed up in Game 7.
9-6. So. Oh, that game, Fun Fish, was absolutely insane. That was one of the most entertaining. I mean, as much as it didn't fit almost like an all-star game, not a playoff game. That series is going to tighten up. I even wondered, does Minnesota go to Gustafsson for Game 2?
Yeah, I think it might have to.
I think both teams might consider a goalie change because neither goalie played great.
That's the first time Wedgwood has given up more than 3 goals since December. Let that sink in.
Yeah. Never say let that sink in on a CFL form. Just
Oh my God.
Why?
Dan knows what I'm talking about. Maybe he doesn't, but yeah, Caulfield's he had a quiet series. I think he'll be better against Buffalo because I think there'll be more ice. I just think that series is going to be a much higher scoring on either side, right? I think that's not going to be so tightly checked the way the Tampa Bay Montreal series was. That's kind of my take on it. But Caulfield will get going. Actually, I thought in game 6 he looked pretty good. I do agree with this comment here as well. Dobas did steal, but he didn't have to make as too many. I wouldn't say any miraculous saves. There's a couple saves he made I was impressed with. But But yeah, I do feel that Montreal did a pretty good job at limiting Tampa Bay from getting any insane chances. Right? So good on Montreal's defense. And I thought Noah Dobson looked like he could have played in game 6. So that's an interesting decision that they rested him for that. But at the end of the day, they got it done. Imagine you lost your opponent to 0 shots in a period.
Yeah,
literally.
That's crazy. Tampa Bay fans are never going to live that down.
No.
They're never going to live that down. That's crazy.
That Colorado Wild Minnesota game, neither team played well, goaltending or defense. And I'll say this, if you're Colorado, you may be concerned you let Minnesota score 6 without one of their best players in the lineup in Eriksson Ek. I thought at times they could not keep up with Quinn Hughes to save their life. And don't get me wrong.
Didn't help with Cale Makar was in the dressing room
for a situation. Yeah, the Habs are beatable. I would totally agree with you, Funfish. I think the LA Kings showed that the Habs were beatable. I know they didn't beat them, and that might be a weird statement to say a team that got
wiggle.
Yeah, literally.
But I'm curious, Lenny, do you agree with me and Funfish that the Avalanche do look beatable as much as they haven't lost a game yet? That they do look beatable?
I'm actually going to say no.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, because it feels like no matter what you throw at this team, even if you score 7 goals, apparently, even having one of your best offensive night where Quinn Hughes, every shot he takes goes in, and you scored 12 goals, they're just going to score 15. I actually think this Colorado team is so scary because even when the goalie's having a bad night, unlike Dobis, where he's letting in every shot that's on him, this team can just fire back. Like, when it was 5-4, I was like, oh, wow. And then it was like 5-5, 3 seconds later, I'm like, man, this Colorado team, there's just no quitting them. Like, I just don't know how you beat this team. So I'm
the only thing I do want to say to counter your point on that, Lane, I do get what you're saying, but I want to look at Colorado's recent games, and I understand they're winning. So maybe I'm going to be called a Colorado Avalanche hater next.
Jacob just wants to jump on Colorado today. That's all Jacob wants to do.
Yeah, literally.
But look, okay, 2-1, 2-1 in overtime, 4-2. 1 blowout game. Even though the game was 9-6 today, I wouldn't call it a blowout. Colorado is difficult to beat. I do think Minnesota is going to push them to 6 or 7 games. And I think LA could have won 2 out of those 4 games, to be honest, out of those 4. So yes, Colorado has done a very good job at finding ways to win a lot of hockey games. But I do also feel say they're unbeatable when games have been that close. I think that first series is different. Even if Kevin Fiala is healthy, that series might have went 5 or 6. So,
yeah, I mean, I love your
almost equal.
I love your comment, Lane, but you look at LA series. Besides the game 4 when Colorado took like a stranglehold on them, those other 3 games ended 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, and 2 of 3 games ended in overtime. And LA was technically a wild card team finishing last, and they may have that close. So I think the Avalanche had their beatable moments. However, they didn't look beatable tonight. Tonight, they looked like they're going to win that game no matter what. And I feel like maybe in LA, they were only in 3rd gear. Now they're playing in 4th gear, playing in overdrive. If they get that overdrive extra gear, I think they will be unbeatable.
But that's what's so scary. And that's why I don't think they've looked beatable. Because, you say all these games, but they just showed you they can play any game. If they have to play a 1-0 tight defensive team where they have to play super structured and can't really score, they can play that way. If they have to play a 1-1 overtime game and get a goal in overtime, they can play that way. If you want to play tennis and go back and forth and goal, they can score as many goals as they want.
That's a great point.
This team can roll any line up there, any forward, any defenseman. They can throw the backup up there. They can throw the starter up there. They could probably put me up there, and these guys are going to get it done. Because at the end of the day, this team, even when they're down, they tie it up within seconds. It's not like Minnesota was in the lead for like 5-10 minutes and dominating. They were in the lead for like 4 seconds. It was like score, timeout, boom. And like that's how fast this team is. Like
Literally, yeah,
I get what you're saying, Lane, and I really do. But I also feel like this is Minnesota missing a bunch of guys, and Colorado will slow them down.
Maybe it is.
That's a good point too.
Time will tell.
Wait, my dealer showed up? What? I'm so confused. Wait, go down a comment.
I got the stuff. I got the stuff, Adam. Don't worry. I got the stuff.
I got the Galveston blow. We're not sponsored by Galveston, but we could be.
Adam,
Can I answer the question?
I picked up
my
the
dealer
stuff.
Is not here.
I picked up the stuff, Adam.
Here.
Don't worry.
I don't care.
I got the stuff in the attic. I don't worry.
Why are you still in my attic?
Because I got the stuff. We're gonna.
No, that was my friend. That was not my dealer. That was my friend.
It's just technically the starter.
I ripped his dealer off.
Oh, like
I guess technically, Funfish, to answer your question, I guess would be Andrew Morris because he pitched the most innings. So I'm not exactly sure how that would work. But Jays unfortunately couldn't take advantage of an early exit from Joe Ryan, losing a tough one. Okamoto, another home run again. Lane. Trying to send him down to AAA. Okay, but Okamoto's got 9 home runs now, I believe.
He
9 or
does.
10.
He's looking really good.
He seems to like playing in Minnesota, I'll say that.
Yeah.
5 home runs in 3 games is insane.
I hope, Funfish, you get over your Austin Matthews phobia, because I wouldn't be scared of him.
Yeah, that's a weird phobia to have, is an Austin Matthews phobia.
Who wants to dance on Terrence Secret really is looking for
you and David have something about dancing. It's really weird.
Girl, shake that blank
I
for
won't
me.
dance on here.
Shake that blank for me.
No.
Come on, girl, shake.
I'm a dentist, a menace, an or high dentist. Open your for 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Little
Mr.
Nate, evil double G
in the club with the day looking double D's. Anyways,
party to shake it up.
You want to get it
Go
started?
up in a Hummer truck.
I just do want
jeans and the big old suck.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that Minnesota Colorado series to really tighten up. I don't think we're going to continue to see, 14, 15
I disagree.
goals.
We're going to see a 14-goal game every time.
That series is going to tighten up a lot.
Jacob, I don't disagree. I'm doing it to make you upset. But you didn't get upset, so it didn't work.
I'd say for you Savage guys, you got to remember that's only a second start.
Yeah, for sure.
I think all things considered, again today, he played fine.
And it's his first full rookie year, technically, right?
Even Paul Skeens looked human at some point this year.
1 earned run.
Every pitcher does.
Fine. I think some positives you can take out of it. It was basically Fisher that screwed the pooch, but the rest of the bullpen looked good. Jeff Hoffman, another good outing. That's certainly a positive.
That's encouraging.
And at least the Jays they're only 2 games. They're only 2 games behind 500. They're starting to.
They were last year in May.
Maybe we'll do a karaoke night one night.
Oh, I would love that. I would be
Dan, apparently you need to find a Hummer truck.
Oh, I would love a Hummer H2. I know technically a Hummer H2 is a pathetic vehicle, but I always loved them. Like the H1 is too hard to drive on a daily street. H3 is an absolute joke. Wouldn't be caught dead in one of those. But an H2, I desperately want. I like the SUV better version. I will say I was also in the new Hummer EV. I hate to say it was EV, but it was a nice car.
Boo! So, curious here. We have a couple more games starting off tomorrow. If game 2 of Flyers versus Hurricanes and game
not
1
that
of
again.
Versus Are you guys expecting Carolina to just plow over the Flyers again? Like, are we expecting another
if
kind
the Flyers
of
play like that again, then Carolina's going to blow them over.
What
if
the mascot
in game one
scares all the Carolina players out?
Honestly, I'd rather have my wisdom teeth pulled than watch that game again. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! Wasn't that bad?
Man, that was an
Yeah,
overreaction there. That was an overreaction.
That game
wasn't.
sucked.
Wisdom teeth.
That game
you reacted like you said he was going to shoot himself. In the
May as well at that point. My God, Yankee out your teeth, bro.
That game
They
sucked.
don't yank out your tooth; they drill into your tooth.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. No one's messing up my crooked teeth. Or already
Well,
messed
they at
up.
least knock you out for it. To be fair,
Hey, you know what? I took some flack for it, but I still think Stakehoven is proving Dallas made a mistake letting him go. He has been phenomenal in these playoffs, proving to be a real playoff performer. And yeah, who knows? Maybe it'd be hilarious if he scores the opener again. He's done it in 4 out of the 5 games so far these playoffs.
Dallas as well. Dallas and Colorado. Those are the 2 teams Jacob enjoys hating on currently in this playoff.
A known hater.
A known hater.
Oh, the H3. Yeah, the H3 had a weird 5-cylinder engine. It was the strangest thing.
You know what? I want to quickly state this about the Raptors, and I've seen a lot of people over.
Oh, I was like
too upset over the loss. They were a 30-win team last year. This year they pushed Cleveland to 7 games in the first round, and I think if Ingram's healthy, you maybe win that game. Yeah, the third quarter was a disaster. There's no ifs or buts about it. But I do feel like you have to. You look like I'm going to use the Montreal Canadiens as a prime example. When they got dummied last year by Washington, nobody hit the panic button. They just continued to rebuild, and now you're seeing progression. I think for the Raptors, it's got to be the same thing.
100%. The problem is, Jacob, Raptors fans have known the exact issue of what is wrong with this team since the start of the season.
Yes,
it's been the same damn problem all season, but Webster has failed to pick up a big man. This team was too small to compete with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, and that was a known thing from the day this series was announced. They would have gotten crushed by the Knicks as well. Like, it's brutal either way because they have no size outside of Jakob Poeltl, and Jakob Poeltl has been bad all season with his back injury. And it was like, the one thing they need to do this offseason is don't trade away RJ Barrett unless it's for a very good big man. They need a big man no matter what, though. Bobby Webster, acquire somebody who's over 7 feet tall, please. Another player who is big, who can actually rebound, because Jakob Poeltl can't rebound, apparently. And people who can actually hit damn free throws. Like, this was a mess of a game. They couldn't rebound. They couldn't hit free throws. They couldn't hit threes. Like, it was just, every Raptors fan has known the issue from day one of this season, and it wasn't addressed once. And it is so frustrating. That's what it came down to at the end of the day. But there's nothing else. This Raptors team is very good. No Brandon Ingram either is very frustrating for this game. But it was a very good. They gave it a good try, but it was a very, very frustrating.
People thought the Raptors would avoid them, and I think this comment really drives into what I'm trying to say. No one expected this team to even avoid the play-in. They need a bigger and better shooter. I do agree, but overall the season was a success, and I agree with this 1,000%.
It was, yeah, just a frustrating end to the season.
I know, but I mean, I've seen on socials people calling the season a failure, and I'm like, it's not a failure. Yeah, today the game could have went a lot better. The third quarter was a disaster. I don't disagree, but what's your thoughts, Lane?
Oh man, it was just so frustrating. Like, I put the game on, I was like, okay, it's halftime. 10, they were leading by 10, but then it was like, and then I was just like, ship it a Bila, what's going on here? Like, what is going on? Every shot was just like, miss here and miss here. They weren't even going for like fair shots. Like, I was like, what are they doing? Like, it wasn't even just the shots they were missing, it was the shot selection. Like, they had a guy wide open 3, could just walk in and take an easy 2. It's just, what were they doing? Like, I don't understand this. Like, I get, like, it was a bit frustrating at times, and they're a young team. But, like, come on, man. Like, still, like, you got to make the shots. And it was like Adam said, it was kind of the same thing. They have never addressed it. They haven't addressed this need, and they go cold. They go cold at the wrong times. And unfortunately, that third quarter was just abysmal.
The only thing I'll say is I don't know if you make trades to address the need on a team that you don't think is going to win a championship. But go ahead, Dan.
I'm going to sum this up. I actually was hoping to give a little speech about the Raptors, but everyone started talking about them. So, well, great. That's awesome. So thank you for all that, everyone. But I want to say congratulations to the Toronto Raptors. Last year, they only had 30 wins, and they came up to 30 wins. I love the comment earlier to avoid the play-in. And I honestly thought when Cleveland picked up Harding right before trade deadline, I thought Cleveland was going to win in 5. Everyone was criticizing Cleveland because Harding, wasn't Toby Keith. He ain't as good as he once was, but he's still a phenomenal franchise player, and he proved it tonight in Game 7, most important night. And I gotta say, that shot on Game 6 from Barrett of 1.2 seconds left has some 2019 vibes and has magic in it. I know you can't compare it because it didn't win the series, but the fact that this team was able to pull off a game like that in a sudden death overtime game, you can see the momentum building. I just gotta say, I do agree with Adam. I think the one thing they failed this year was they didn't get a additional piece on the trade deadline. I'm not saying do it like the Clyde Leonard trade again, trade a good roster player, trade all your picks. I'm not saying any of that, but I'm saying they could have gone out and got a veteran small leadership piece. I unfortunately don't know basketball well enough to put a name, but that's kind of what this team needed. I can see what Adam's saying, like someone did with a 3-point shooter, someone over 7 feet tall to give rebounds. Like they just needed something like that. And I think that's the only thing this team failed in. But overall, I'm very proud of the Raptors. And, we talked about this argument before. Why do we hold the Leafs on a higher caliber than the Blue Jays or the Raptors or the Argos? And this is the reason why. The Raptors did win in 2019. The Raptors did show up to this series when no one predicted them. I thought they were going to lose in 5, to be honest. They pushed it to 7, right? And that's why we love our Toronto teams. And now we just need the Maple Leafs to pick it up and do the same thing.
The only other comment I want to take to that, though, is I actually like that the Raptors didn't trade a bunch of prospects to go get a big right now.
I'm not saying a bunch.
Hold on.
Guys.
The team's not there yet. Like, it's kind of like, I feel with this team, they're still probably a couple years away. So, I agree that it would have been nice if they addressed it in the offseason, but when they didn't, I actually am glad they didn't go out and overpay for someone where the team's just not it's just not
I think
there
you guys are getting confused on why I said that. Was that I'm not saying that they had to go and sign a star. Don't get that confused. I never asked that. I never said go out and get a star. Go get somebody who can actually grab rebounds. It's not Jacob, and it's not about being able to compete. Nobody ever expected this Raptors team to compete anyways. Nobody thought they were near being able to compete for a title. That's not why I said that. I said that I didn't say they should. I said they shouldn't have gone out to go Giannis because that is a ridiculous trade to have made, given the ages of this team and how old Giannis is. But they needed to get a center. You didn't have to be a superstar center. It just had to be somebody who could grab rebounds. You guys are getting confused about why I brought up the big man thing. It's because they needed a big man. That's literally it. That's all they needed. They needed a big man to actually play these teams.
I just quickly want to say, I forgot to say my point here. We did gain a new subscriber, so thank you very much for that. And, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We love these roundtable discussions. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers. It's a big milestone. We're getting really close. And want to thank all the viewers for comments and likes and shares that we couldn't do without all of you guys. So thank you very much.
Now, to answer Key's question here, I think you guys are misunderstanding when I said I think Buffalo might be a harder task than Tampa. I'm not saying Montreal can't beat Buffalo. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I think the series will go 6 or 7 games, and it's really going to depend. I think it's superstars versus depth. I think Montreal's got a bit more depth. I think Buffalo superstars so far in the playoffs have been more of a game breaker. Tage Thompson has been better than Suzuki and Caulfield, and that's just a fact. And
how many points does Thompson have?
Before people get mad at me, I'm not saying they're bad players. Suzuki and Caulfield. I love when I remember when Vegas traded Nick Suzuki, I said Vegas were idiots.
Yeah, literally.
Jacob, I was just asking, how many points does Tage Thompson actually even have?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I know he had a really good first series. I'm going to look it up.
Maybe 7 or 8, I would say.
I don't think he had that many.
He had 5. He has 7 points.
Okay.
He had 7 and 6.
I guess so.
He had
I
5
just feel
assists, 2 goals.
Thompson, though, I feel like mind you, though, Slafkovsky had that one game where he just took over.
18 penalty minutes.
I thought he did nothing.
18 penalty minutes in 6 games is crazy.
That is. I am biased, but I think the Habs are seriously. Oh, I'm not saying that Montreal Canadiens cannot beat the Buffalo Sabres. I think they very well can. And actually, when I did my pool from the beginning, I have Montreal beating Buffalo. All I'm saying is when people are saying now they beat Tampa, Montreal's going to the Stanley Cup, take it one round at a time. And I think the Canadiens will. Marty St. Louis is the best coach in the NHL. I don't care. They wasn't nominated for the Jack Adams.
Yeah, I think he should have been.
He's gonna get it going. I think the Sabres are a better matchup for the Habs. Top 6 for the Lightning were a bit of a okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I just more think Buffalo can keep up with Montreal speed wise because I felt at times in this series Tampa wasn't keeping up. Sabres are a hell of a team. One game at a time. You never exactly. I 1,000% agree with you.
That series is going to 7 for sure. 6 or 7.
Raptor.
I honestly could care less who wins that series, though, to be fair. I don't like either team. So,
what are your guys' picks for the NBA Finals matchup? This would be more of a Lane and Adam question because I'll be honest, Dan and I are not humongous
I
basketball
want to look at the bracket
fans.
Quickly. Give me a second.
Spurs or OKC from the West. I can't pick between those two because those two are the two best teams. So I'll go OKC/Spurs for the West. And then I am going to pick, just to be a little bit of a shit disturber, I'm gonna pick Philly.
Wow.
Philly out of the East. I'm gonna pick. They got over their demons and they finally beat Boston.
Demons.
So I think it would be either. So I'll say 2 also for these. So I'll say Pistons / Sixers because the Knicks I don't think have it to beat either one of those teams. Just because they're the Knicks and they always seem to find a way to screw everything up for themselves.
You know what? I'll go Spurs and Pistons.
Oh,
I think Wembanyama, or I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He's insane. And I think the Pistons are due. Lane?
I'm gonna go New York Knicks because I do think this is their. I think they can finally make it there, and I'm gonna actually go on a wild one here. I think LeBron's got one last chance in him.
I'd love it.
I could see it.
What do you think, Dan, or are you just happy to be here?
No, Lane kind of took the words out of my mouth. I think for the words.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
I think
that would be so much fun.
the LA Lakers are going to get it done with LeBron James. I really do. I think he wants another championship to be more compared with Michael Jordan and everything, and he's looking pretty good in these playoffs. And I think for the East, I know no one really thought the Knicks were going to be that good this year, but I was actually at the Raptors game where it's a Buffalo Bills night, and they played the Knicks that game. And the Knicks dominated the Raptors, and the Raptors are not a horrible team. So I think the Knicks are pretty good. So I'm going to take the Knicks.
That nobody thought the Knicks were going to be very good this year. The Knicks have been one of the best teams in the East at least the last 3 years.
Okay, well, so how little I know. I tried.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think anybody was thinking that the Knicks were going to be bad.
Well, maybe he means playoff success because maybe he means
playoff success. I would agree with that. They don't really. Nobody expects them to.
I think that's what Dan means.
Pork chop. I will address.
No,
this
you
one.
just told Dan what to think.
Dobus has been great. Dobus has been great, but I want to read you Alex Lyon stats. This could end up being a goalie duo. Lyon has not lost yet. He's 3-0 with a 1.14 goals against average and a .955 save percentage.
Wow.
So this could end up being a real goalie battle between these two goalies. Really, Lyon 33 undrafted, finally getting a real shot. So Dobus has been great, But don't sleep on Alex Lyon either. I mean, I read too. If you sleep on him, you have to like break into his house and like figure out which room his bedroom is.
Like I said, Dolbus could be the next Ken Dryden for all we know.
Oh my God! Can we please stop doing that? Can we please stop doing that? That's driving me up the wall.
Anything can happen in the playoffs. Yep, very, very true.
And anything can happen when Timothy goes to school. Ding.
B- are part of the play at ice time. Yeah. The Habs aren't the Bruins. They're so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo was also better than Tampa this year. That's all I'm saying too. I really feel never underestimate an opponent.
Jacob, if you didn't know, Buffalo actually has a winning record against both teams, Montreal and Tampa. They beat both teams.
That's true.
I think Montreal was the one team. I think Montreal won once against Buffalo. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Buffalo had a winning record against both teams.
I'd love to see the Knicks bring it back to the Friends era. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Never a big fan
bring the 90s back.
Anything can happen in a very long time.
Goes to school.
Ding. Ding.
Lakers versus Philly would be sweet. LeBron versus Embiid. I can't stand Joel Embiid, but he's a great player. The only thing I will say, if Philly gets in, give Kyle Lowry like a minute on the court just so we can get his name. On another championship. I love Kyle Lowry. He's my dog.
I am just waiting until they announce and he signs the 1-day contract to retire as a Raptor.
That'll be great.
I'm waiting for. I don't care what he does if he touches the court with Philly. I don't really care. Just hurry up and sign the 1-day contract with the Raptors and retire a Raptor because that's what he plans on doing.
Interesting too, and Montembeau is it. Whatever happened? I feel bad for Montembeau. He went from being on Team Canada's shortlist for goalies for the Olympics to
how he even got on that is beyond me. But
he was in the Four Nations team. I was confused that year too.
Yeah, that's also still beyond me how he even made that team.
But no, I think it'll be interesting. I think that Buffalo Montreal series is going to be a great series. All I've been trying to say, and I think us on the panel can agree, you never want to over or underestimate a team. What do you think about that, Lane? Like, do you think I'm over exaggerating how good Buffalo is? Like, are you on the side of Montreal's beat Tampa, they're going to win the East? Or could you actually see Buffalo giving Montreal? Remember, Buffalo did win the Atlantic.
Yeah, I think people are sleeping on Buffalo. I don't get this whole, I'm kind of with you, Jacob. I don't think it's automatic. I think everyone's kind of being hard on you because I know what you're saying. Buffalo's not going to be an easy task. They're rough. They're physical. They're hungry, too. Alex Lyon is a bit scary. Their goaltending's a bit more scary. Not as trusted as maybe a Jacob Dopish. So I might give you there. And you can argue on defensively who's better between, Lane Hudson and maybe some of their defensemen. But I think Buffalo, especially with their grit, their forward, just their strength this year, how much they've just come out of nowhere. I think this is a way scarier team than people are giving them credit.
Well, and you got to remember, too, about Rasmus Dahlin, too, right? He's a hell of a defenseman. And Owen Power, that. It's a good team. But absolutely here, I still think Montreal can get it. And I did pick Montreal to win the first. I picked Montreal to go all the way, actually. So,
and I believe this is another new viewer. So, just want to say welcome to the Decks. And if you like this roundtable discussion, please do that. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers. We're getting really close. And again, just want to thank every loyal viewers for commenting and liking and sharing, and everything helps a lot.
Whoa, I don't think we're going to spot up. Welcome back, Spot.
My prediction is
that's good if the phone is charged.
Okay, can I go with my prediction, please? If I can, without anybody. But I think I'm going to go. I'm not doing it because I don't think Montreal can win the series. I'm going to give it to Buffalo just because I think Buffalo.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
But Buffalo might be a little bit there. I don't know how to describe why I'm picking. Well, I just don't like either team anyway, so it doesn't really matter who I pick. I don't like either side, so it doesn't really make a difference to me who wins. But I'm going to go Buffalo in 7. But this series, Montreal, I'm going to say Montreal's going to actually outplay Buffalo across the whole series, but Buffalo's going to find a way to inch it out. That's what I'll say. I think that would be an interesting look to see how that goes. But I could see something like that happening. But
man, Adam, I'm turning into you today. I'm not underestimating Montreal. I'm going to say this. I think some Montreal fans are underestimating Buffalo. That's all I'm saying. Buffalo won the damn division, guys. And
Jacob, they're being biased.
I'm going to say this too. Look, you know what? I'm learning from my mistakes on how I said Ottawa was going to beat Carolina because I think they're the better team. Carolina won their division for a reason. Carolina won the for a reason. There's a reason why they have gone to the conference finals all these years in a row.
Yeah.
Buffalo won their division for a reason.
That's even crazier. You underestimated a team who that almost won the Eastern Conference final twice.
I know.
Like, that's even crazier. Like,
fully charged.
That's why I'm holding this. That's why I'm holding this over your guys' head, is because you guys underestimated a team who was so good for the last 2 years outside of playing one team. And you guys just wrote them off because for whatever reason, you guys didn't believe in them. But whatever.
Believe?
But whatever. I'll keep holding it over your head.
Yeah, that's fair. I could see Carolina sweeping Philly for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it happening.
That too.
Flyers winning one game at most this round, yeah. Leafs at 6.
I will give my prediction on the Montreal Buffalo Sabres series. I really think Montreal has all this momentum. They have the young guys, have the experience. Dolbo is surprising us, playing fantastic. You still got Flowers on the bench. You know, I think we're going to see Montreal win in 5.
No, that's crazy.
That's ballsy.
That's crazy.
And true, you know what? I will say, Randy, I would agree. I've seen Buffalo fans also underestimating Montreal, saying that Montreal was that Buffalo's gonna be.
Both teams are biased as heck.
Like we've seen in the comments already. No disrespect, spot up, but I think it's a little out there thinking Buffalo. I don't think we're gonna see a sweep either way. It's gonna be a great series.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I think it's gonna be Buffalo in 7.
Buffalo and 7 from Lane. That's a very fair prediction. I'm not saying that underestimating Tampa took 7 games, so it's not really a blowout.
I love how there's no Buffalo fans in here jumping on us, but all the Montreal fans are jumping on us. Every time we talk about Montreal,
Habs have to battle the Frenchmen. Croissants. More for your money. You're the smartest one. Okay, hold on, Andy. You missed an episode where Dan More for Your Money said Sean Avery was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Because he changed the game.
Maybe you should show Randy the hey, you too.
You too. Oh my gosh. Check out our TikTok. We got some funny bloopers.
And someone else likes me too. I like Dan.
I'm just happy Tampa is done. No longer have to worry about Hagor Kucherov whining. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know.
No one likes me. I'm gonna go cry now.
Oh no. That's why it's in the blue room.
I say Sabres in 4. A, Jacob Dovis, Montreal, only a good goalie. Buffalo has Lyon and UPL who are consistent. B, I feel Buffalo will play more physical. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Lyon's hit and miss. He's had a great playoffs this year, but he also has very little playoff experience. I'm still saying, I said Montreal at the beginning of this, even to start. I'm still going to say Montreal. I feel will win that series, but
come on, Jacob.
Sweep either way.
Put the comment up. I like Dan. Put that comment up.
And instead, I'm going to put up Quinn Hughes has 11 points already.
He does. I know.
He's been unreal. Unreal.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're going to see a lot of fans traveling back and forth if they can get
Buffalo fans have already started their campaign of saying don't sell the Montreal fans and all this and that. I'm like, it's going to happen. You either you just deal with it and try to actually cheer on your team, or don't. But
there you go, Dan. There's your comment.
Yay!
Game 1 is Wednesday. Absolutely fun fish. Going to be a lot of fun.
Oh,
no, I think it's Tuesday, but
We have so many great comments coming in.
Don't think I'd be the only Canadian ever out here.
I don't get that mentality of cheering for other Canadian teams. I never got that mentality. Like, if that's not your team, but if that's not your team, like I never got that mentality of just flipping to another Canadian team, being like, "Oh yeah, but you got to cheer on a Canadian team because you're Canadian." I'm like, no, I don't.
Dobis has played incredible. Like I say, he could be the next Ken Dryden.
Dobis has had a phenomenal season. I mean, he won't win Rookie of the Year, but he'll be in that conversation for sure.
If it wasn't for Matthew Schaefer, I think he would have been, yeah.
And also, even for rookie goalies, it's a toss-up between who's been better this year, Dobis or Wallstedt. They've both been incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Adam is Austin. Lane is a Tiger. That's because Lane likes to eat raw sushi like the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
That's right.
Oh, Dan is Mr. More for your money.
Yeah, sorry, I'm Dan.
Roar!
Sorry about that.
Freddie Anderson.
Give me my raw sushi.
These playoffs. Dobis is consistent as Fuddle since the new coach is here. That's very true. That's something because I had to set that at one point. And then someone pointed out he's been good since they promoted the AHL goalie coach to the NHL. And then I went back and did some research. I'm like, yeah, you guys are right.
Never new viewer, I believe. So welcome to the deck. So if you like this round,
like you already did this, Dan.
Well,
Dan, you did this before, and he was in here. He was in here when you did this last. I'm pretty sure.
Well, never mind. Okay.
Top right corner gets my vote for coolest top rights. It's either me or Lane. So we're both pretty cool. I'll give it to you, Lane.
I think you're in the top right, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob.
Well, everyone gets flipped because I'm on the left on my screen, but I think it's flipped on everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so thoughts on Leafs new management. We're gonna have to do a whole show on this.
I'm already done talking about this. I'm already done with my thoughts about it. I've said my thoughts.
I think we have to wait and see before I really judge it. I think it really just depends on if it is just Shanahan and
I said my thoughts last night.
Or if it's actually going to be good. Proof's in the pudding. I'm the one who feels that Kyle Dubas could have been a great GM if he was just allowed to do his damn job. So what are your thoughts, Lane?
Like I said last night, am I a big fan of it? No. But
welcome back.
Can it really be, like, let's be honest, can it really be any worse than what we're at right now? We've got no draft picks. True. We didn't make the playoffs this year. Austin Matthews looks like he's forgotten how to score. Like, can it really get much worse than how it's been right now? Let's just chill and see how it goes. We got to wait to see what's going to happen with this. Everyone needs to just relax. Maybe we got to pull. Maybe Keith Pelly is an Eddie Guerrero fan and he likes to lie, cheat, and steal. I don't know. Maybe he's like he wants to be the heel turn, like, oh by God, Keith Pelly with the chair shot. Oh by God. So I don't know. Like, well, what's gonna happen? It's gonna happen.
You are correct in this comment. Yeah, since they promoted their AHL goalie coach to the NHL, they have the second best save percentage. Shows what a good coach can do.
100%.
Like, very, very impressed with what they've been able to do in Montreal with that. So got to take the leaves out of the bag. Mm-hmm. Let's fall. Dobis had a great quote after the game. Every game I play felt like a game 7 for me. Yeah, I absolutely love that.
Yeah. Sounds like a super nice man too when he was talking. Really nice guy.
I'm the top right corner. Okay.
See, you're the cool guy. I'm just a fool, and you're the cool one, and I'm the fool one.
Glad you enjoyed.
I think that's another new viewer, is it?
I have no idea.
So if you are a new viewer, welcome to the analyst desk. And if you're enjoying these round table discussions, if you can, like the video and please subscribe to the channel. Makes a big difference to our channel to try to build the algorithm so we can continue to do these phenomenal shows. So thank you very much. I think Dubas got too much hate. Put together some great teams in the playoffs, just didn't get the job done. I would agree with that 1,000%. I think a lot of trades that Dubas made in theory should have worked. They just didn't. Like Jake Muzzin's a prime example. That should have worked, but then he had all those injuries. I'm not a big Nick Foligno fan, but I get why he made the trade, right? Like there's a lot of trades Dubas made in the moment looked really good. They just didn't work out. Ryan O'Reilly's another prime example. It didn't work out, but I can't say it was a bad trade. Kyle came off as a Rick. I don't know why. Fair enough. They're not Rick from Hamilton Sports Central. We love Rick from Hamilton Sports
The one thing that is nice about it that I think people are not giving credit, it is nice to finally, for all the people who say Toronto's such a horrible environment that nobody wants to be, it clearly can't be that bad if Matt Sundin is willing to move his whole family from Sweden to come back.
Sweden!
So I think the one criticism I heard that actually I will agree with, it's nice to have someone who had a pretty successful career here, who knows what it's like to be a Leaf and have somewhat playoff success, and have a successful career, have some standards, like to maybe be the guy. The Leafs have never had a guy from like anybody past of the team help with the management. Like they're the only team that has never had an alumni guy come and help run the ship. So that might be nice to have somebody that's been here, that knows what it's like to be a Leaf, that knows what it's going to be to take the pressure, to maybe try to get these guys motivated. Like, this is what it's going to take to wear this crest. I wore it. I was the captain, and maybe try to set some standards here for some culture.
The only thing I'll say with Matt Sundin is I don't understand. And Lane, I'm actually kind of surprised you like Matt Sundin.
Why?
And because if you all remember, and maybe you guys don't remember this, but the Leafs sucked and they wanted to trade Matt Sundin to Vancouver to bring in a bunch of prospects. Matt Sundin, if his no trade clause, said no and then signed at Vancouver in the offseason.
Oh, I do.
Mitch Marner, Leafs wanted to trade him. He said no. He goes to Vegas. Everyone flips out. I don't get the double standard between that. Matt Sundin never... Funny enough, the team did just as good without Sundin as they did with. The year they made it to the conference finals twice, one with Mats, one without.
Yep, true.
That's all. It's funny to me how certain players in this market get a free pass.
If you remember, Lane, that's how we got Mikhail Gaboski, because Toronto traded Sundin's rights to Montreal one day before free agency day. We got Mikhail Gaboski in return. That's all we got from Matt Sundin, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer and arguably the best Maple Leaf, arguably.
I wouldn't say he's the best Maple Leaf at all. I don't think he's even close.
Well, a lot of people think that.
Sundin does still follow the NHL. Apparently, it's interesting. They were talking to you on Overdrive, and they said they've talked to Mats, and he has some big ideas for Toronto. So let's see what happens. The Photo Battle playoffs.
But apparently, but I don't know, maybe because he's been such a round and he's been, maybe he gets a free pass because he has been really involved with the Leafs organization. And in all the years since been retiring, he's come and done like he's been to a lot of the,
I love
he got a free pass back then. Like back then, nobody cared.
True. Well,
which is just, I don't know. It is what it is. I personally don't care that Marner wouldn't take his no move, but I'm going to move on from that. I was just curious about that. But I became a Hagel fan. Dude does it all. Passes, rushes, scores, fights. You know what, Dan? Weren't you and I having the same conversation, like literally during the game, how we've gained a new respect for Brandon Hagel?
100%. Like, I've always known Brandon Hagel, but I've never been a huge fan of his. But I gained a huge respect for him in the Four Nations when he fought Brady Tkachuk. Because he's not a fighter. And the fact that he did that, I always bugged me at the Tkachuk brothers always pick on non-fighters when I would consider him as a fighter. But anyway, I really gained new respect for him. I thought he played amazing in the Olympics. I thought, again, he played amazing. Like that save he made on Sikorsky on the empty net. I mean, the fact he put in that much effort, right? He's just, in fact, I'll say something crazy. If his contract is up, which I believe it might be, I hope to God that the Maple Leafs sign Brandon Hagel and hire John Cooper as their next coach. Because Tampa needs to change up. I think that could be the next change up for Toronto.
So I predicted Montreal to win the series. Adam predicted Tampa.
I predicted Montreal.
Lane, who did you predict again between Montreal and Tampa?
Tampa Bay. My finals was Tampa Bay, Colorado. So my bracket. Let's actually look. I'm going to pull my bracket. So bad.
Yeah, our brackets are not doing so hot, but it was a split down the middle. Money can grow on wings. Yeah, I mean, really.
We're bogus, we wings.
It sucks when it hits the fan like poop. Very true.
I love
Brown
poopies.
on the Leafs jersey now. Oh my gosh. I hope your poop literally did hit a ceiling fan. Because as I say, when poop hits the fan, it goes everywhere.
Yeah. I love going bathroom.
What is with the whole thing of bring a superstar back as a coach thing? You know, it's very true, Funfish. I think
he's not even a coach.
No, what I mean,
I know. I see what he's saying.
Oh my gosh! Do you guys remember when Wayne Gretzky was the coach for Arizona and pulled?
Yeah, I was just going to say,
and they were tied, and then they lost.
To be fair, you would think somebody, you would think somebody with like his intelligence would be good as a coach, but I can see why he wasn't, because like trying to explain to other players, to try and like explain how he sees the game would be too difficult. Like I think that's a hard thing to have. Like if you're not as smart, if you don't have the hockey IQ, explaining it's not going to make any sense. Anyways, it's not going to be him trying to explain how he sees the game.
Yeah,
would be too hard of a task. Anyways,
it's very hard. Sometimes it's hard. I think coaching and playing are two very different things. And
yeah.
Sundin's first move better to get Matthews out of the room and beat some fuddle-duddle culture into his dumbass.
By the way, Jacob, if you want to
that's tough because again, Matthews doesn't know move, and if he wants to stay, well, you're keeping him.
Right.
Jacob, if
personally, I've wondered about taking the C off him, but let's take a look at how everyone's brackets are doing. Who's in first?
It's gotta be Rick.
Rick is in first from Hamilton Sports Center.
Oh, so good job, Rick.
He had got Colorado, he had Minnesota, he had Vegas, missed it on Anaheim. So the second round's looking pretty good there. He picked Buffalo, he picked Montreal, Carolina, and he missed out on Pittsburgh. So he's got and in second is Sam, actually. Sam is learning hockey.
Football talk with Sam.
So Sam had
good for him.
Pretty much the only difference is he did not hit on this bracket, but he got this bracket completely right here.
Nice.
And in third place is
JP
Power from Windsor.
Nice. Let's go.
Mr. Dallas, Oilers, and unfortunately Tampa Bay. In fourth place, we have Voodoo Porkchop here.
Yeah.
Who missed out on Dallas, Oilers, Pittsburgh. Got that right. So still got a good chance for his Cup Finals. In fifth place, we have an Aussie Leaf fans bracket.
That's Apollo.
So Apollo, unfortunately,
yes, from Australia.
Unfortunately, the bottom part of his bracket not so.
He
great,
can still get the Cup Final
part,
right.
Yeah, top part looking good. Where are we here? Let's go through everyone's bracket here.
Yeah, a lot of people join us, so thank you.
We got Dan's bracket actually not doing too bad here.
I by accident hit the wrong button. I meant to put Montreal in the finals. I hit Ottawa instead.
No, Dan, stop explaining that because your pick was your pick. You got to deal with it.
I know. I got to live with it. But anyway.
We got me in Toronto, fell behind Dan here.
It's John. That's our sponsor. Me in Toronto. Let's
still could get the Cup Final if everything goes well there.
Check out his Instagram.
Have Jacob's bracket.
Yeah, I'm not doing as well as I was hoping.
I think I'm in dead last. Let's see. We got Adam El Fuego, and then there's Lane in last.
Yeah, Adam.
Adam did get this one right. We'll give him credit for this. 100% got that. Fortunately, his Atlantic not looking too good. But I don't even want to look at mine, but we will.
Let's look.
Ew, what is this? Horrible.
Well, Lane, you can still get Colorado.
Yeah, that's my only saving grace is Colorado.
You're going to become the biggest Avalanche fan of life.
Yeah,
literally. But you guys can do a second bracket challenge and enter it into the contest.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, I might actually do that.
Some more comments here. We got another
tons of comments. Holy cow! Thank you.
Leafs move Nylander and Matthews. So we will do a full Leafs off-season breakdown show. Let's just quickly go yes or no on this one here, boys. I'm going to say no. Both of them are at Leafs to start the 26-27 season. Adam, yes or no?
Don't care.
No.
Turning into Christopher. Lane is saying no, no, one of them will be moved, or no?
It's because why we're in the playoffs. Why are we talking about the Leafs? The Leafs aren't in the playoffs.
Because we love our comment section.
The Leafs,
Dan, what do you think?
The Leafs don't exist, so I won't.
I would say 50-50. I think one of them will be here, one of them won't be.
Interesting. White and blue. Oh my gosh, that's a very. You might want to see a doctor.
Oh,
beside Swedes. There you go. We'll get all the Pedersens.
that's why. Yeah,
love that.
exactly.
Let's
What
do
about
that.
to Vancouver?
That would actually be pretty interesting, to say the least. Be better than what we're doing right now.
Marcus Nazwin. Yeah, I remember.
Dog.
Nazwin was incredible.
I respect the heck out of Fago. I just think he runs his mouth too much. That's fair. At least you can put his money where his mouth is. Like Brady Tkachuk doesn't even know where like his money goes. He probably just keeps in like a piggy bank in his room that his mom hides for him. You got to clean the tank. That's an interesting way to say clean house. You got to clean the tank. Remember when Spezza was a part of Leafs organization? I liked him as a Leaf, actually.
Me too. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I never thought I would say most words, but I did.
Noted Habs. I think that's directed to both Adam and I tonight.
I don't care.
Giggly Joe.
Yeah, I know. I know how you do that.
Jacob and Moore remains my. Thank you very much.
Thank
Dan
you.
and I, More for Your Money and I are brothers. Fun fact.
We are. But which one's older and which one's younger? I wonder who can figure out.
Auto Ball Day. That's very true. The draft lottery's coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
Tuesday night.
Oh man. I don't even
Fun
want to
fish.
think
The
about
superstar
that.
thing has worked with Rob Brendamore. Yeah, it's very true. You don't always need.
Yeah, he was a superstar. Great point.
Yeah,
I
Rod
love
was
Rob
But then
Brendamore.
to point out too, was he a superstar or more of a character guy?
I say he's a superstar, bro.
Gretzky
Yeah, for
was
franchise
a terrible coach. I was unfortunately I was an Arizona fan back then, so I watched a lot of their games, and it was hard to watch. I'll never forget when the game was tied with 8 seconds left, and he called a timeout on an icing to then pull his goalie to then lose.
Yeah.
And game like 33.
That's crazy.
Gretzky entertainment. Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Nah, I agree with JP. Nah. No
I think it's
Gretzky.
about his playoff bracket.
I like Doug Gilmore or the Gilmore Girls.
No,
Oilers
Dougie.
versus Habs final.
I love
I
Dougie.
mean, I know our brackets got a little screwed up. Tucker. Ryan Smith.
Oh, yeah. Legendary guys.
Oh, Randy, we do a lot of pre and post game shows. We are going to come with an actual schedule once like things are slowed down the sports world. Right now, we just try to come on as much as physically possible to try to do all this kind of content.
But we all work and stuff on the side. We all work too, but yeah, we try to come on when we can.
Beep,
Feel free.
I don't know why mine didn't save. Sorry, Key. I don't know why your bracket didn't save. That's weird.
Yeah, I was wondering where Key's bracket was.
I remember telling me she did it. The gutsiest player of all, 66. Route 66.
Mario Lemieux.
My bracket submitted it, but I have an Android. I refuse to go to iPhone. Hey, I use an Android too. I feel you. Adam makes good point about
It's not
Leaf comment when Toronto was not in the playoffs.
I was poking fun about. I was poking fun. I don't really care. Like we could talk. We're all Leaf fans. That's why people ask us about the Leafs because we're Leaf fans.
Okay, so we got one saying that Dan is the older one.
No, Dan's got to be the younger one because Dan's the immature one. He talks about. Yeah, you can tell
You guys
he's got to
should
be the
make a
younger one. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on, quickly. Show of hands here on the panel. Who knows what a Discord is? Because I do.
I've heard of it.
Adam does. Oh, Dan's heard of it. Dan, what do you think a Discord is?
Oh, gotta full screen this. Full screen this.
Dan, what is a Discord?
Don't look it up, Dan.
Like a
Don't
group
look it up.
chat?
Sort of.
Okay, you know what, Dan?
I'll give you that.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
We're working on
Hey.
stuff coming up, guys, like a Discord and a Patreon. So stay locked in with us. We have a lot coming up.
I'm great at cars, not with computers.
Brady
Dan,
Tkachuk
you
is
weren't
still
that
trying
far
to
off, to
post
be
us that
honest.
the Senators no longer in the playoffs. According to sources, he was vulgarly, vaguely aware. Yeah, really. Yeah, Dan, basically a chat room. You got it, Dan.
Cool. Yay! Thank you.
More reminds me of a racer kids.
Oh yeah, bro. You know the hat like this, fast furious, one hand on the wheel of the gasoline, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, so maybe if Discord's something you guys would like, it'd be a great way for our community to still be able to stay in contact. So absolutely.
We should put up a poll on YouTube if you want a Discord.
No, it seems like the people want a Discord, Dan. So you're gonna get. Oh, we can make a stream on teaching Dan how to use Discord.
Cool. Okay.
Oh,
It'll be really
no, let's
funny.
not do that, please.
It'll be
I'm
really
down.
funny. Lane is the most patient one of Dan, so Lane, you could teach Dan how to use Discord.
Great. I quit. I'm just kidding.
Brady Kachuk is confused to why other players are still playing in the Stanley Cup. Good thing Sens fans are not in here tonight. I got ripped a lot of new whatevers when I posted on TikTok that I think they need to make trades after scoring 5 goals in 4 games and being swept. Apparently, I'm a Sens hater.
We gotta give a shout out to Brady Kachuk. We gotta give a shout out to Brady Kachuk. Because you know why? All this stuff's going on about the Sens in the newspaper and all of that. But the fantastic thing is he'll never know because he can't read the newspaper.
There you go.
Solid point, Dan.
I gotta get an Indy car for my shelf. Okay, I gotta get some car.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, Jacob's got a cool gangster setup in his studio there.
Well, have a good night, fun fish. Make sure that dog has a lovely evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in.
The dog needs to poo poo. It's gotta go. So make
Sens fans still hate Taylor Hall. Very true.
Yeah,
I'll bet that was not that bad in my opinion. I don't know if you guys noticed that too. Do you guys notice the Colorado fans tonight? Every time like one of their players got tapped, they were like going crazy, wanting a penalty for nothing.
I know, it was crazy.
They'd be like, touch.
Yeah, Ruff, you suck.
Was there is there is an indie race in Toronto, yes. So maybe we'll have to do some coverage of that.
You know what's so crazy? I gotta point this out. For actually moving the Toronto Indy this year. So Toronto Indy.
What?
Yeah, Toronto Indy has always been legendary for making a track on the exhibition grounds at the Toronto waterfront. It's legendary. They are moving it to the Markham Fairgrounds of all places.
What?
So I have no idea how this is going to work.
Oh, I know why. It's the same time as FIFA.
Yeah, it is. It's the same time as the
I never thought of that. You're right.
Everything up.
Oh my gosh, I never thought of that.
Well, Dan, that's why we're here for you, buddy.
Yeah, yay, more Brady Kachuk comments. Brady Kachuk has stopped peeing on the carpet and is learning to do it outside to begin his Trust me, Bro News Network.
Hopefully he doesn't cream his bum on the carpet. That would hurt. Hopefully he knows the toilet.
Wait, so how does Brady read his contracts then? His mom must read it to him.
Oh, 100%.
His mom must read it to him like a bedtime story. It's probably like a bedtime
Great
story.
event in Vancouver. I take Brady on my interesting. So you take Brady Kachuk on Montreal. Any Montreal fans in the comment section, would you like Brady Kachuk on your Montreal team? He will not end up in Toronto. I don't see him going to Toronto.
Oh, I would throw up. I would protest. I would show up and I would protest wherever Brady's staying. Not where he's staying, but when he comes to the building every time, I'm gonna protest that. I will never cheer for Brady Kachuk. I will boo him every time he touches the puck.
Wait, Dan, Adam, so would you become a Habs fan if Brady Kachuk comes to Toronto?
No, I'm just gonna boo him every time he touches the puck.
I see why people like the idea of Brady Kachuk. Like, I get it.
I'm not gonna ever cheer for that bum.
Fair enough. I hate him as a Habs fan, but I honestly don't think he would make a good addition to Montreal.
He doesn't fit for a system.
Not even just that. Look, I mean, I'm not going to get into all the politics. I'm just going to say this. I don't think he fits a Canadian roster. Put it that way. Funny thing is, Brady didn't want to fight. Yeah, that was hysterical.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Oh, Brady's a pansy. That's why. I mean, like, people would say, well, you wouldn't fight him. It's like, well, no, I'm not a professional athlete. I'm an overweight podcaster. There's a difference. Yeah, it's too bad you guys lost the Indy. Indy in Vancouver would have been really cool.
I know. Yeah, Vancouver's a beautiful spot. I love Vancouver.
Why didn't they do it this year there? Do like a retro Indy.
Well, do what's interesting. They do Formula 1 in Montreal.
Montreal.
They do, yeah.
Montreal.
But I think on that bombshell, it's probably time we got another comment. Oh, an actual fighter that knows how to count. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
He can only count to 11 when he doesn't have his pants on. And on that bombshell, it's tonight. Thank you very much for joining us at the analyst desk. Late is in shock and terror by my comment.
Oh my God, Jacob.
I want to
You
thank
can't
everyone for
say
joining
that kind of thing on the air.
Oh, I can do what I want.
We gotta cancel Jacob. Everybody cancel Jacob for that.
He's the host.
Cancel
It's good.
Jacob
I'm already being canceled because I said Buffalo, the best team in the Atlantic, might beat Montreal. So who knows? Sponsorship
That's
money.
solid.
I'll take sponsorship money.
Yeah, bring it over.
Money.
Brady
Money,
Tkachuk has
please.
been wetting the bed since the fourth game ended, but is making improvements. So good for him.
It's true.
Love it.
I want to thank everyone very much for joining us at the analyst desk, where every day feels like game day. We will be back tomorrow, at least for post-game stuff. Not sure if we're going to do pre-game stuff, but tomorrow for post. So thank you very much for joining us. Joined by Mr. Lane Dashing Dashko. Mr. More for your money.
Woo! Thank you, everyone.
And the man that has learned goats bite, Adam the Goat. And I'm, of course, the sports analyst who gets criticized for telling the truth. You're welcome. Glad you guys enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
See you, my bros. Have a great night. We had a great jazz festival. Oh, man, I love jazz, especially
Vancouver's got the best festivals of life because they got the best weather for outdoor events. It's amazing there. I was actually in Vancouver at the Grey Cup Festival. It was a great time.
Grey Cups in Calgary this year. We're talking CFL very, very soon. But thank you very much for joining us, everyone. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, night, whatever time zone you're in. We have viewers from all over the world here at the analyst desk. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's the analyst desk. Welcome to the show. It's the analyst desk. Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's the analyst desk. Welcome to the show where every day feels like game day, bro.